Welcome to heaven. Another time lapse. If I get this time lapse in perfectly, and trust me, there's plenty of time to set up. I tell you what, it will be a perfect ending to a perfect day. Boy, wonder if anybody's gonna be in that seat, that one spot I gotta set up in. That one exact angle. Like I said, I got plenty of time to make it up there and plenty of time to set this thing up. Pending if someone else is in the spot. Standing on it, whatever. Hey, look, another arrowhead. It's upside down. No, it's a piece of pine bark. Plenty of time. It's interesting though. I mean, how much rain did we get in North Metro on Thursday morning after about 2 a.m.? How much rain did we get? I mean, it's crazy out here. It looks like it rained cats and dogs for at least 15 hours. But that's not the case. From what I heard, it only rained about maybe 2.5, 3 hours. But it drizzled with just a little bit more rain up until about, I don't know, 9 o'clock Friday morning. Something like that. Whatever blew through fast. Beautiful. Plenty of time to get up there. And plenty of time to set up. Welcome to heaven. Somebody's out here smoking the good stuff. It's so strong right now, I bet you could smell it through the computer screen. Boy, am I gonna be laughing my butt off the mountain tonight? No, I don't smoke. No, that's beautiful. Oops, the kids are coming. They always like to stop around me. Check this out. Hello. See? Kids like to stop right next to me for some reason. Hello. That lady has some sticks in her hands. Hey. Hello. Man, beautiful heaven. I think I might have made a mistake getting the pass today. The annual pass for 2024. I think I made a mistake. I didn't wait long enough to get that extra 30 days. Because, you know, when you get it that month, it expires the same month of the next year. And I think I made a mistake. I jumped the gun. I did. I just wanted to go ahead and get that thing. Get out of the way because it might be another month or so before I come back. Well, I know for a fact I'm coming back every single month to get at least the time lapse in. But we had a very monumental, extremely monumental 2023 at the mountain. 2022 at the mountain. Had an extremely monumental 2022. The things that we discovered around the mountain, the face profiles, all that kind of stuff. Facial features, whatever. Hopefully we're going to find a lot more. Oh crap, I see a can in the woods. Dang it, they made me look at that thing. They got my eyesight like radar. Because they know I'm going to pick it up. Man, I'm going to have to remember that thing when I get back down. I got people behind me. Yeah. But I think I made a mistake by jumping the gun and getting the pass. Because instead of expiring in March of 2024, it's going to expire in February 2024. Same month we're in now, in 2023. Hey. Yeah. So I don't get that extra month. Because I was impatient when it came to getting the pass to come out to heaven. Dang. But you know what that means, though? That's scary to me in a different way. It's almost like they're telling us that one decision that I just made about getting the pass, instead of waiting until March. And here we are at the end of February. I guess they're trying to tell me that we're going to have a repeat of 2022 in this year, 2023. If that's the case, I'm all for it, especially when it comes to discovery on the mountain. Boy, I guess that's them telling me also that it's going to be a continuation of it. There's no end to the year, I guess. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. Here's the angle I was waiting on right here. Sun angle matters so much you can never understand it. Get to film us walking up the Cheater Way. Well, I mean, this is like, I know it's a gravel road, it is. But it's just as difficult as going straight up the mountain on the main path, it is. Because it detours you at an angle. And then you have an even slope to climb up on. And this last one right here is no joke. This last one right here, especially with the loose gravel, man, it's no joke. So it's not necessarily easier than going straight up the main path, where you have flat surfaces that are formed out like a staircase, like a stairway to heaven. There's that structure right there. That metal building thing, whatever it is. I've never really been around it. Well, I was back in like 2014, 2015. I walked around it. I mean, it's right here. But it's no big secret. I see some new spray paint on it. Man. A lot of families out today. Look at that. Dang. That's a lot of people. Hope you like my little Stone Mountain videos. I think in the past 7 years I've recorded what? How many videos on this place? I mean at this place, on this mountain. I don't know. I lost track. It's very good to lose track. It depends on what you did. Dang, somebody's still smoking the good stuff out here. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, I'm not going to say, can I have some? I can't do it. I'm a health nut. I don't know how my body's going to react. Challenge of the day, right here. Another challenge to get around. To get up over. plenty of time to find the spot to get this set up for February. Man, I feel so good. If I pull this thing off, another month. Another sunset time lapse. No clouds in the sky. But it never changes out here. It never changes. But we don't need it to change. It shouldn't change. I think I got something. Hello, pigeons. You're cute. If you see this angle, this shadow angle, you know exactly what time it is. Is that another side profile? Too big for anybody to notice. Probably used to stand up for people to see. That is if it's not broken. That's part of what they did a long time ago. I know that for a fact. They took the easiest ones, the lightest ones, and stood them up after they made side profiles on them. The face of man on the mountain. They would just lean them up vertically so people can see them from a far distance, from any perspective around the mountain. The face of man on the mountain. They're all broken now. Some of them were so large that you wouldn't even notice it. Modern man wouldn't notice it. Only the truth was passed down. Closest I get to the top, the setup spot, the more nervous I get. It all matters about the setup. It doesn't really matter if I get here or not. If I can't set the camera up in that same exact spot, we just wasted a trip. But you know, people don't sit around like we do. I mean, you know what I mean? When I'm setting up, getting the camera ready to go. Hey, there's another shadow right there. Look at that. Check out that ancient man side profile in the shadow. Look at that. Neanderthalish. There's the forehead, eye socket, nose, mouth, chin. What you know about that? Ancient. Thanks for that one. Still on the mountain. Here we go. I definitely got to be setting my thing up. I don't want this to fail today. There he goes. We got the rock all to ourselves. He just got up. Told you they don't stay long. I mean, when it comes to, doing this kind of thing right here. But you know me, I'm always on the move. Always on the move. Can't sit still. It's almost like torture when it comes to sitting still. That's why I'm always on the move. Well, we're going to have to look forward to the green dot in a few months for the time lapse. It's always going to be evident. It's kind of cool to see it move up and down when the sun is setting during the time lapse. Some of the time it'll be orange, but most of the time it's green. Plenty of time. It's only 5:45. Plenty of time to chill and rest. See, part of the uniform still being worn. Of course I took the waders off. Who the heck is going to wear fishing waders on top of the mountain? That would be a first. I should have done that thing. Probably end up doing it if it was pouring down rain, but you can't get on and off the mountain. Wild. I know bedroom pants, lounging pants, tucked into the socks. Gotta protect the ankles too. Gotta protect the heels. I forgot to tell you about that before, when it came to like the arthritis and stuff. The different ailments that we have in our lives. I forgot to tell you about that. I mean, things happen in your life for a reason. They really do. Like when I was bullied in high school, and I was a sophomore, and I used to sit in the gym at the top of the push back, the bleachers you push into the wall. And I used to climb up to the top and sit at the very end. And one day, when I was headed to first period or homeroom, whatever it is, I was leaving out. There were a couple bullies sitting at the top at the other end, and when I was trying to cross in front of them, they pushed me off. 11 feet down. Went crashing to the floor. Left ankle hit first. Left heel. Walked with it for about 2.5 months. Never went to the doctor. I did go home that day though. I walked all the way home. 2 miles with a broken ankle. A shattered heel. It's almost like I was too afraid to tell Mom, but we didn't have insurance. I just dealt with it. First thing I did when I got back to the house was set the foot up on the bed. And I even played baseball with it. I batted last and I walked every single time. For some reason I told them I was good to go. With a shattered heel. What the heck do I get myself into? Man. I mean, till this day, it still cracks. If I'm sitting in a chair at the office, all I gotta do is just kick it down and it snaps. It ticks. I know it didn't heal right. Maybe it got stronger. But I felt arthritis like crazy on Friday. It almost felt like serious gout. That's what I thought it was. But I knew it was the arthritis. When the weather system was moving through. And the temps dropped. More than 15 degrees. In less than a couple hours. Dang, it was like 39 degrees by the time I left the office when it was like 68 in the morning. What you know about that? Welcome to heaven. Yeah. But you know, when it comes to arthritis and the things that happen in your life, you know it's designed. It is. I was pushed off for a reason, but I mean, the things that happen. Like when I fell off the bank and injured an ankle a couple years ago. Little things like that, especially when there's an effect. Like arthritis, when it only develops when the weather changes, the barometric pressure changes. All that kind of stuff is designed. It is. By nature, of course. In order for them to be able to speak to us. I know it hurts, but it normally doesn't kill you. When you feel that pain, when you feel the sensation, you know they're talking to you. Weather events happen. At particular times, they want you to pay attention to something, take note of something. Also, it's used as a form of punishment because they know what's going to happen in your life. They do. Some things, like other things, happen for a reason. What if arthritis was so bad one day I couldn't do something? But if I did that one thing, it would end my life or would change the course of the history of my life. But I decided to sit out, stay at home, not do anything, not go to the gym because something else was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Just like the wrist hurting. Still have arthritis in this because of it being broken back in 2010. Playing baseball, the balance of my own body, running the bases, sliding at the wrong time, but ended up being the perfect time. They know how to get to us. They do. They know how to speak to you when you can't hear them. But the body can hear them. The body can feel them. And they know this. If only you would recognize it. Let me go ahead and set up for the time lapse. That was cool. Got another time lapse in. Perfect. I think the angle was right also. I know it's not going to be perfect. I know it's not. Man. But January and February for 2023 is in the books. What you know about that? Headed into springtime. Perfect. Headed into springtime. March is right around the corner. Then we got daylight savings time. You can't forget about that. Can't ever forget about daylight savings time. Yeah, but right now, the plan is to get off the mountain. It's like 44 right now. The temps just plummeted from like 56 down to like 44. And the wind is blowing pretty hard too. Man, that's the main plan right now, is to get down. But you know what? Tomorrow is time to go searching for some other history. Got to get what we can get in. And 2023 so far has started off immaculately. when it comes to that hobby. So different in 2022. I mean, in the past, I'd say the first month and a half of this year, I've collected probably the same amount I collected in the entire year for 2022. What you know about that? But 2022 was basically all about the pottery. It was. And because of all these developments and stuff, some of my permissions have been knocked off the list, which is not good. Which means what? I gotta find more.